here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is our first stream of the 2024-25 A-League season. And what a match to kick it off. I mean, Sydney derby. Does it get much bigger than this? Sydney FC, Western Sydney Wanderers, two of the fiercest rivals in our beautiful competition. It's already been a very dramatic opening round in the A-League. 3 out of 6 matches already complete. This is match number 4 and arguably the biggest of the weekend. Say g'day. Jump in the chat. We already see a bunch of comments here, which is great to see, as always. And not long to go till kickoff. And I'm feeling excited about this match, of course. That goes without saying. We're all excited about this match. Sydney derby. So many, talking points heading into this matchup. But just looking forward to just hanging out with you guys. We've been doing a bunch of this. I tell you what, the Socceroos live watch-alongs that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks have been pretty intense. A lot of emotion, a lot of drama in those couple Socceroos matches lately. And now, heading into this game tonight, Sydney derby. I'm just ready to have fun. You know what I mean? Ready to have fun. We had Robert jumping in the chat a little bit earlier before the stream. Said, would love to watch, but it's 5:30 a.m. Argentinian time. Well, Robert, tuning in from Argentina. Thanks for jumping in the comments a bit earlier. Almost Clutch says, let's go. Let's go, Almost Clutch. Good to see you here. Chris Cooper in the chat says, couldn't get tickets, but being here is the next best thing. Come on, you Wanderers. Chris, thank you for the kind comment. Appreciate you wanting to jump into the live watch along. We're going to be doing a bunch of live streams throughout the A-League season. I can tell you right now, we're going to be live this time next week for the Melbourne derby as well. But tonight, all the focus is on Sydney. Baby Rhino in the chat says, come on, you boys from Moore Park Road. Leanne asks Costa versus Mata. Who wins? Of course, a big talking point for tonight's Sydney derby. Marcus has responded by saying, easy, Costa. Mata on the bench. And that sort of segues nicely into the team news. Wanderers you can see here. Vidakovic starting goals. So it is Lawrence Thomas who is still out injured. Close in at the back. Jonte Wook with his A-League debut. Bonatic, Clisby at the back. Shakluna starts alongside Brillante in midfield, and then you've got a front four of Borello, Milanovic, Hammond, and Sapsford. So Aiden Hammond, young winger, given the opportunity from the start here. So it's a pretty youthful setup for the Wanderers. And a look at the Sky Blues. Not too many surprises here. This is pretty much Sydney FC's full strength lineup. Redmayne, Grant, Popovich, Matthews, Courtney Perkins, and then a bunch of new signings making their A-League debuts. Leo Senna, Anas Wahim, Patrick Lamala, and of course, Douglas Costa. For Wanderers, Juan Mata will be involved tonight. He's on the bench. Juan Mata is on the bench tonight. Master FUT is in the chat as well. Salobot FN. Good to see you here as well. Troy. How you going, Troy? Troy says, hey, Lockie, good game from us last night. Really wished we scored at the end. So close. Yes, I was, of course, at the Mariners game last night. We put a vlog out for it. I'm sure some of you guys would have seen that already. If you haven't, check it out after the stream. We put out a match day vlog, my experience of Mariners' first game of the season last night. Pretty emotional. A lot of drama in that match. Red cards, penalty drama. But it was great to be back at our paradise, hey? Sam is a Newcastle Jets fan, and of course, Newcastle just played their first game of the season. They lost to Melbourne City. City winning 1-0, courtesy of Marco Tilio's early goal. Sam says, man, Lockie, I'm telling you, on the way home from the Jets game, and I've never seen a more boring game from both sides. City did nothing since they scored, and the ends were the Jets. Well, I mean, Melbourne City defensively very good. And as you say there, Sam, I mean, it was, I think, like a minute and 40 seconds in when Marco Tilio scored from right in front of goal. And from that point, there wasn't too many highlights, especially in that second half. The Newcastle Jets were just lacking that quality, unfortunately. So commiserations to you, Sam. Yes, we will be doing griddle at halftime, indeed. Xander in the chat says, we are back. We are marching right now. Have a good watch along, Lockie. Come on, Sydney. There you go. Xander tuning in from Sydney FC March. Great to hear. Marcus is backing a Sydney 2-1 win tonight. That's the other thing. Feel free to throw some predictions in the live chat here. Who do you think is going to win this game tonight? What's the score prediction? Is going to have an impact in this matchup? Master FUT says, you think Juan Mata will come on? Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, it's such a big occasion, round one. Even if he's like not fully fit, you're just going to throw him on just for the occasion at least. Even if he look, Juan Mata, I mean, we'll see. He might come on like half time or something, which would be great. But there is a good chance that Juan Mata comes on for like the last 10 minutes tonight. So we'll see. We'll see. Leon says 3-1 Wanderers. We've got a Forza Wanderers here. Valhoon says, how good was the Auckland crowd? It was fantastic. So, a lot of drama today in the A-League. As mentioned earlier, we've already had 3 games this round. A scoreless draw last night between Mariners and Melbourne Victory in the grand final rematch. And Auckland FC played their first ever game today as well. Auckland FC, great to have them in the A-League. And a sellout crowd as well. A sellout crowd at that stadium over there in Auckland. So let's have a look at some of these games just before the Sydney derby kicks off. As we mentioned, 0-0 between Mariners Victory, 2-0 Auckland over Brisbane Roar. And then, of course, we just saw Newcastle Jets, Melbourne City. City picking up a 1-0 win. Already 2 red cards this round. And I tell you what, we've got a Sydney derby coming up. There could well be more. There could well be more. Spencer, of course, a Brisbane Roar fan here. Good to see here. Spencer says, no need to talk about that Auckland game. Well, to be honest, Spencer, Brisbane weren't terrible. I thought Brisbane weren't actually that bad in that game. Let's have a quick look at the stats, actually. Because they did have a few chances, Brisbane, didn't they? I mean, 16 shots here to Auckland. Just 3 on target. Brisbane, 12 shots. Had more possession, too. So they did have moments in the game. But it'll probably just take Brisbane. They could be one of these teams where it maybe just takes a few weeks for sort of the new players to gel. You know, there's a few new signings starting for them and coming off the bench as well. Marcus says own goals are the first score of the new season. Yeah, right. Auckland's first goal being that own goal tapped in by Van der Sar. Dangerous cross from Hiroki Sakai and Logan Rogerson scoring the second goal today for Auckland. Time Lee in the chat says, go Wanderers, 2-1. Spencer says, I didn't mind the first half. The second half was pretty poor. Troy says, Sakai is a beast. He'll be great for them. Yeah, very good tonight. I mean, this is a guy with so much experience. There's a quick little glance here at that Auckland setup. I was really impressed with them today, Auckland FC. I think overall as a team, I thought they played really well, considering this is a brand new team. They were pretty cohesive. That midfield duo, Gajegos and Vestrate, were very good. Very good. May up the top was lively as well. He was providing some good movement. So big day for the A-League. I mean, it kicked off with the Auckland game, Newcastle Jets, Melbourne City, and now we are set for the Sydney derby, which is just minutes away. Do you watch every A-League game? And what are you drinking? Well, tonight we're drinking a chamomile tea. Do I watch every A-League game? I try to catch as many games as I can. But I love, if I ever can't watch any games, I catch the mini matches, which is always a good way to catch up on action. How long until kickoff? Well, it should be around the corner now. I think they're saying that new kickoff time this season for the prime time games, I believe, is 7:35. That is Australian Eastern Daylight Time, which would be now. But I'm watching on 10 Play. Of course, you can watch this game on 10 Play, 10 Bold, Paramount Plus. Available to watch on free-to-air TV if you're in Australia. And it should be kicking off any moment, but I'm currently, there's a Harvey Norman ad on my TV screen, so delay perhaps. Fortnite Troll. We are so back. We are so back indeed. We are so back indeed. I've been enjoying watching a couple hours of A-League football today, and obviously all the hype has been building for tonight's match. Ooh, big prediction from Spencer. Wanderers 2, Sydney FC 3. Look, I'll tell you what. I mean, looking at these lineups here, Look, Wanderers, youthful lineup. You got a lot of youngsters in there. Obviously, young goalkeeper in Vidakovic, Bonatig, Shikluna, Hammond, Sapsford. Young lineup. And you look at Sydney FC. I mean, Anas Wahim has already looked very good. Lolly's fantastic. Obviously, Douglas Costa, Patrick Klamala. There's just a lot more experience and quality, you have to say, in the Sydney FC side. Not doubting the quality of those young guys for Wanderers, but in my predictions video this week, I called a 2-2 draw. I did call a 2-2 draw. Tell you what, if I had to give you a prediction right now, I'm probably swaying the way of Sydney FC, who did pick up a big 4-1 win, you might remember, in this fixture last season at CommBank Stadium. So Wanderers are going to looking for revenge here. That's the question, isn't it? How long till Juan Mata is subbed in? So yes, if you are just tuning in, Juan Mata is not starting, but he is on the bench tonight as the teams are in the tunnel now, set to come out for round one. Barella wearing the captain's armband for Wanderers. Ryan Grant wearing the captain's armband for Sydney FC this season. I think we'll see him maybe around the hour mark, just to be safe. XL Sport, g'day, says, come on Western Sydney. Master FUT is also backing a big 3-2 win for Sydney FC. Now 4-2. Spencer says, despite the result, Go Media Stadium looked amazing today. Looked great, didn't it? Awesome. And hopefully they have huge crowds this season. As the two teams come out as we speak right now, Wanderers and Sydney entering the field. A sold-out CommBank Stadium for this one. We're going to be here reacting to it live. If you guys want to support the channel, you can hit the like button. You can also consider sending through a super chat to support. Sam says Lucas Moragas was lucky not to get sent off after that disgusting 2-footer challenge on PK. Very lucky indeed the A-League is back. Yeah, I mean, it's already producing meme moments, isn't it? Matthew, g'day. Matthew says, I'm not happy with Jego's challenge. Yep. Yeah, it was a deserved red card. Deserved red card from Jimmy Jego. Just like a dumb decision as well. Like, it was completely unnecessary, hey. Completely unnecessary. G'day, Nicholas in the chat. Nicholas says Sydney should win this game. Yep. I am certainly swaying that way now. I am certainly swaying that way. I mean, strong bench for Wanderers. Kraev is there. Juan Mata. New signings in Pelikanos and Holiday. Marcus Anderson provides something different up top. Tom Beadling is there as defensive cover. So this probably, in terms of West Sydney Wanderers lineup, it's probably not a full-strength lineup tonight for them. But look, Alan Stajic, credit to him, giving an opportunity to some of these young guys. No Oscar Priestman tonight for Western Sydney Wanderers. That's a blow. You think that was a red for Miranda? Well, if you want my live reaction to that Master FUT, you can check out the vlog that's on the channel. If you see that vlog, you can tell that I was certainly in agreement with the red card. Yeah. Absolutely. North Terrace boys, says Victory member here. Welcome. Welcome. G'day, Harry. What did you think of Auckland v Brisbane? I enjoyed it. Fun game to watch. Great to see Salad at Auckland FC's first home game. And I was very impressed with Auckland FC and their performance overall. Very, very good. Very, very good. If they can keep, obviously, first game of the season, big home crowd, they're going to put in a big performance, and they did. A lot of their new players delivered. I say new players, of course, they're all new players, but specifically new signings to the A-League. Guys like Vestrate, Gajegos, May. Very, very good. And Brisbane weren't bad, but Auckland getting it done in the end, 2-0. Master FUT, as you can see here, Wellington Phoenix fences. Kraev is a snake. Bojan Kraev making a big switch from Wellington to Wanderers this season. Whose home game tonight? Wanderers. Tonight's game is being played at CommBank Stadium. Kickoff just around the corner. I saw that, eh? Did you guys see that? It was like a giant water slide. I don't know if it was a water slide or just like a slide, just a big sort of like tarp down the hill. Interesting. I mean, there was like jumping castles and everything behind that goal to the left at Go Media Stadium today. So, Yeah, that was an interesting one. Hello, Matt. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And here we are. Oh my goodness, look at that banner. Look at the tifo. RBB. Wow. Western Sydney Wanderers fans showing up with a grand tifo. RBB. Spelling out RBB. Love to see it. Wanderers fans showing up in big numbers, and of course, plenty of Sydney FC fans in the stands as well. As we are set to kick off this Sydney derby. Round one of the A-League men's. Sydney FC Wanderers getting their campaigns underway. Douglas Costa making his A-League debut. Juan Mata's on the bench for Wanderers. We are underway in CommBank Stadium. Thanks for joining us here for the live watch-along. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. This is the first live watch-along for the new A-League season. Who will dominate the opening period of this game? Oh, Aiden Hammond is away down the left here. Oh, challenged by Ryan Grant. And that was almost a bright start there for Western Sydney. Sydney FC wearing an all sky blue kit, so a home kit, but they've got the sky blue shorts tonight as well. And Wanderers wearing their new 24-25 home kit, which is basically a reverse. If you swap the red and black, that's basically, last season's kit, just swap the red and black. So it's a much more red kit this season from Western Sydney Wanderers. You can see the back of the shirt's all red. Marcus says, I hate Western Sydney Wanderers' new kit. 9 out of 9 on griddle. Wow. Very good. Very good. So, who will dominate the early proceedings here, as we were talking about? I mean, all eyes, I think, on Sydney FC. I mean, you just look at the team they have here, and it's so strong, right? So many dangerous players. And for Western Sydney Wanderers, I mean, we look at these youngsters. Which of these youngsters are going to step up? Hey. Also for Western Sydney Wanderers, I mean, Brandon Borello, who's going to play another big role for them this season, we expect. I haven't checked out new kits on FC25. Says I got 9 out of 9 on griddle as well. Well done, Marcus. Well done. Full. The stands are full, man. The stands are full at CommBank Stadium. We love to see it. It's been a huge and historic day in the A-League men's. Ooh, Matthew with an interesting question. If you could have 3 realistic players join the league, who would they be? Maybe someone like Luis Suarez. What's Luis Suarez doing these days? Luis Suarez. You're thinking realistic players. I mean, if Douglas Costa and Juan Mata can come to the league, surely someone like Luis Suarez could come to the league. That'd be fun. Someone like Andy Carroll. That'd be fun. Luis Suarez is into Miami. Sam says, forgot to mention, just finished watching your vlog. I've missed watching Coast Watch vlogs, but it was overall a good vlog. You showed lots of passion. Thank you, Sam. Thanks for checking that out. And it was. I think just because of the first A-League game of the season and the atmosphere, like it wasn't the biggest crowd last night in Gosford, but geez, the fans were up for it. The atmosphere was intense. Fellaini, yeah. Danny Ings, Chris Wood to Auckland. I mean, we'd love to see that. I mean, we heard the other day, Steve Corica, apparently Auckland did reach out to Chris Wood. I believe that's what was said. So who knows? Maybe we could see that in future years. Chris Wood for Auckland. Here's a chance for Wanderers. The shot dragged wide by Brandon Borello. Western Sydney looking to start strong. Brandon Borello, the captain for Wanderers tonight. The captain for Wanderers this season is Lawrence Thomas. He is unavailable tonight, out of action. So Brandon Borello, who is in his third season at Western Sydney now, wearing the captain's armband tonight for the home team. Western Sydney, they're in a good position here with this throw-in. Aiden Hammond looking to get involved early on here, and Sydney can break away. Let's keep an eye on this counter-attack. Sky Blues looking to shift forward. Caceres. Costa is central. Costa, Caceres. I mean, we saw some really nice passing play in the final third from Sydney FC in the first couple Asian Champions League 2 games. We did live watch-alongs for a couple of those games, and as Leo Senna has a hit, too. Well, the Brazilian midfielder, who looks like a really, really nice addition to the Sky Blues lineup, wanted to have a go from range there and was just off target on that occasion, but sort of side-footed that one. Just a bit too much height on it from the Brazilian midfielder who was looking for that top right-hand corner. Sydney FC, signature aspect of their game is this high press that they deploy, pressuring teams high up the park. Patrick Klamala leading the line for the Sky Blues. Vidakovic starting tonight in goals for Western Sydney Wanderers. Big call once again, especially considering they have Jordan Holmes on the bench, who is a player with A-League experience at Brisbane Roar a few years ago. But Vidakovic put in some solid performances in Wanderers Australia Cup run, which saw them get to the quarterfinals. Knocked out by Adelaide United in the end. Courtney Perkins on the attack up to the left. This is something we've seen a lot from Sydney FC lately as well. Courtney Perkins getting really high up the pitch. Brelante's out of action. Courtney Perkins in the box. Oh, nice footwork too. It's short. It's lolly. Goal kick. Nice little movement there from Courtney Perkins. But that left-hand side, I mean, Costa, we're already seeing him already floating infield quite a lot, almost playing as another sort of number 10, if you like, very central. And Courtney Perkins is really going to dominate that left-hand side. Close indeed. Close indeed. Yeah, this pretty much is a full-strength Sydney FC lineup too. I mean, you look at the bench as well. Burgess is there. Segicic, Holman, Joel King. Off the top of my head, I don't think there's anyone missing for Sydney FC. And obviously, they've had a really good build-up to the A-League with a couple games in the Asian Champions League 2. Both games they won. They did crash out of the Australia Cup in the round of 32 a few months back to Oakley Cannons, you might remember. But of course, they didn't have a few of their new signings at that point. Western Sydney Wanderers. It's been a little while since that quarterfinal match in the Australia Cup now. Aaron's back in this 5-0 win for Sydney FC. Well, they've made a bright start here already in the opening 9 minutes. Sky Blues really controlling the ball now after Wanderers made a bright start. Courtney Perkins. Ooh, early ball. Patrick Klamala, good control. Oh, he's gone down. I don't think he was looking for the penalty. He just sort of tripped himself up. But that was nice. Dude, the ball from Courtney Perkins was delightful to pick him out too. Patrick Klamala, Polish striker. Obviously, there's been some fantastic forwards at Sydney FC the last few years. Fabio Gomez was out there last year, and he did all right in the end. But I mean, you look at the likes of Lafondra and Bobo, who have been fantastic. Now Patrick Lamala hoping to match the feats of those strikers at Sydney FC. So you can see Costa playing on the left-hand side tonight for Sydney. Lolly on the right. Those guys could switch flanks throughout the evening. Wanderers just need to get themselves on the ball here, get the fans behind them, try and dominate this game. Master FUT says, imagine someone like Modric comes to the A-League. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Great ball indeed. Spencer says, is Wanderers playing a 4-4-2, or is Borrello really an attacking midfielder? Well, yeah, it could be seen as a 4-4-2 as well. I mean, often with this sort of formation, when they don't have the ball, they'll often go to a 4-4-2. So that is what we could well see from Western Sydney Wanderers for sure. The camera is on Juan Mata right now. He's sitting on the bench. The Spaniard World Cup winner with Spain. Manchester United, Chelsea. He's played for some incredible clubs in world football. 10 minutes into this game, Sydney have 61% possession. I mean, we hope not, FUT. We hope not. We hope Douglas Costa does have a successful season, and obviously Daniel Sturridge just struggled with injuries. No worries, baby Rhino. Thanks for tuning in. Tell you what, I think we talked about this in another stream the other week, Matthew. But in terms of like a coach, I'd love to see coach Canberra. I think Graham Arnold could be fun to bring back to the A-League. You know, a guy who's obviously been very successful in the A-League in the past at Mariners in Sydney many years ago now. I think that'd be fun for Canberra's first season to bring in someone like Graham Arnold. We'll see what job Graham Arnold does take this season, if a job at all. Here come the Sky Blues. Anas Wahim driving. Just couldn't find Klamala with the pass. Klamala was running in a different direction. Borrello looking to launch an attack for Wanderers. Hammond on the left has Clisby. It's Wanderers setup. So, yeah, you can see sort of Zach Sapsford, bit of a mouthful, sitting a bit higher than Borrello. Borrello's dropping a bit deeper at times. Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Prem. I do watch a little bit. Do you ever think there would ever be a Tasmania team? Master FUT, do you think there'll either be a Tasmania or Christchurch team? I think we'll definitely see a Tasmania team sometime in the future. That definitely feels like a likely option. The only thing maybe hurting their chances is the fact that Tasmania doesn't really have a proper sort of big rectangular stadium. You know, Western United have played a few of their home games down there over the years, and they've played just ovals, which just isn't ideal. So the fact that Tasmania doesn't have a rectangular stadium hurts their chances big time. Christchurch, I mean, I don't think we'll see that anytime soon. I think, look, it's great to have two New Zealand teams in the competition. I think that's awesome. And I think there's probably plenty of locations in Australia we'll probably see ahead of Christchurch. Nothing against New Zealand, but I think that's just the reality. I mean, it'd be fun down the line if this competition is going to, like, you know, I mean, I'm just dreaming here, but if it was to go to like 20 teams or promotion relegation, you know, we could see a Christchurch team come in. Who was worse, Sturridge or Nanny? Well, Nanny played more games for memory, but I mean, he didn't really have much of an impact either. So, yeah. Intellectual asks, when is Canberra joining the A-League men's? Are they going to wear green? I mean, we'll see. I think we don't know whether they're going to sort of merge with the existing Canberra women's team or whether they're just going to be a completely new club. When are they coming into the league? Nothing's confirmed. There is maybe a thought, I think, that an expectation from the football community that they might come in next season. It's been talked about over the last few years. Here come Wanderers. Clue in the box. Goes for the shot. Oh, great chance! Cleared off the line by Popovic. Collision in the box. Clisby's down. Free kick goes the way of Sydney FC, but Western Sydney Wanderers so close to opening the scoring. Wow, Sapsford with a fantastic switch. Clure swung it in. And Aiden Hammond, well, I mean, it wasn't goal bound, that effort in the end, but Alex Popovic had to be there to clear it out of the way because Barella was steaming in on goal. Adam says Auckland 2, Raw 0 earlier today. Congrats, Auckland, winning your A-League men's debut. That's right. Great win for Auckland. Great to see. Really, really good to see. This is a team who we're obviously very excited to see them in the A-League, Auckland FC. They are here. And they were very good. They were very good for their first match. Sydney FC, here they come. Joe Lolly on the right with a bit of space. Lolly's going to shoot. Drags it wide. Just a note for the chat. So good to see so many of you tuning in here for this first live watch along for the A-League. If we could just avoid any repetitive messages or any spamming, that would be fantastic, just for the welfare of the live chat. But I appreciate all of you tuning in for tonight's matchup. 4 shots for Sydney, 2 for Wanderers. Sky Blues are forward here with Lolly. Great chance, Sydney. Goal! Sky Blues take the lead. And it's Joe Lolly. Horrific defending from Wanderers. Where was the defense? And Sydney take the lead after 16 minutes. 1-0. Joe Lolly. Well taken in the end. Had to sort of get it out from under his feet. Ball came long. Lamala heads it on. I mean, Clisby misses it. I mean, it's horrific defending from Wanderers. You cannot leave that much space in the box. And Lolly, I mean, the fact that he's been given the time to get the ball under his control and get the shot away. I mean, Vidakovic didn't even dive for it in the end. Sydney lead the derby 1-0. What a moment. What a moment. Joe Lolly, 19th A-League goal in his career after 56 matches. 19. And he's got his goal. And as Master FUT says here, absolutely horrible defending indeed. I mean, how have they just given them, all that space there? Fortnite says Clisby could have done better. Yep. Yeah, he was tracking back and just completely sort of bamboozled by it in the end, hey? So, Wanderers, how do they respond to that? Joe Lolly opening the scoring in the Sydney derby. 18 minutes in, 1-0 to the Sky Blues. Joe Lolly opens his account for the new campaign. The long ball, I mean, really nicely done. That's fantastic football from Sydney as well. Just the long ball to find Klamala, who was unmarked, sort of in between the two centre backs. And then headed across to Lolly. I mean, Wanderers defense just in 6s and 7s, as they say, right? Marcus says Auckland have the perfect blend of A-League experience, overseas experience, and youth. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Really good mix of players, hey? Yeah, a young player who started tonight, Liam Gillian. I thought he was great tonight. I think he's just 21 years of age. He played all 90 minutes. Sky Blues on the attack once again towards Klamala. Clone misses it. Costa hits. Ooh! I think it took a deflection. Douglas Costa looking for his first Sydney FC goal. He's already made a couple of appearances in the Asian Champions League 2. Already grabbed a couple assists. He's looked good. And he is hunting his first goal in Sky Blue. Juan Mata not starting for Wanderers tonight. He is on the bench. G'day, Basic B in the chat. Do you think the Bulls are title contenders? I think there's a chance. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go as far as to say that they're title contenders, but they'll be up there. I expect them to be really strong this season. Klamala. Oh! Great chance again for Sydney. Patrick Klamala again in a great area. And I tell you what, he'll be disappointed that didn't get on target. As Matthew says here, Klamala just missed a chance to make it 2-0. So close, across the face of goal. I mean, he's got to be hitting the target there, Klamala. You can sort of see what he's trying to do with that header. Great chance. Great chance. Fortnite here says, it's refreshing to see that Costa actually looks like he wants to play, rather than imports just coming for a holiday. Look, he's looked very good, and he's been very involved. And it's not like he's just sitting on the bench. Look, nothing against Juan Mata. I'm sure he's going to be, heavily involved for Wanderers this season. But he's not. He hasn't just been sitting on the bench for Sydney already this season. He's been starting games, and he's been very involved. So Sky Blues with a free kick here, sort of mid-range free kick. 4 fouls committed by Wanderers already in this game. Sydney haven't committed a single foul after 20 minutes. Western Sydney Wanderers maybe a little bit rattled after conceding early here. And with this free kick opportunity, Wanderers do not want to concede once again here. Young goalkeeper Vidakovic setting up a 3-man wall by the looks of things. Douglas Costa is here for this free kick. He's come over. I think he might want to take this one. Caceres is there. Costa hits. Oh! Costa stinging the palms of Vidakovic there. Nearly 2-0 again. Do you think we'll beat Western tomorrow? Yes. Simple answer, yes. Yeah, I think I said it in my predictions video this week. Wellington v Western, I think, is my easiest prediction for the weekend. Nothing against Western United. I think Wellington are a lot stronger at the moment. But hey, the A-League might throw up the A-League always throws up some surprises, so we'll see. Long ball for Wanderers trickles through to Redmayne, and Western Sydney, well, they are on the back foot now. Sydney have the lead and are looking a lot better. Yellow card. Yellow card for Klamala for that earlier foul, I think. I didn't think that was yellow card worthy. NRL on top says, can't wait for the Melbourne derby next week. Me too, my friend. And we will be doing a live watch along for that one as well next Saturday. Matthew asks, what players would you add to Western United in the next transfer window if you were in charge? I mean, that's such a difficult question. They need some more experience. They need some more proven A-League quality, I think, because they're lacking that a little bit at the moment. Look, the signing of Ubasuki is a great one. Like, that signing is fantastic. But aside from that, they haven't really done anything. So that's why I think Western will struggle this year. They just don't have the team to compete with the rest of the league, in my opinion. Yeah. Yes, I love the Ben and Steph's podcast, Football Friends. I haven't listened to the Yavi Lopez episode. That was the most recent one, right? I haven't had a chance to check that one out. MacArthur Bulls fan for life. Do you think Kurto is the best goalkeeper in the A-League? Second best. Yeah, probably second best behind Alex Paulson. Ooh, that's a dangerous challenge from Popovic. Big call here from Alex King. Milanovic isn't happy. Push and shove. The Sydney derby is boiling over. Heavy challenge. Grant isn't happy. Heavy challenge from Popovic. Matthew says he was going for the ball. Replay's going to be interesting here. Yellow card has been shown by Alex King. I'm love to see the replay. So Alex King just taking a minute here just to have a chat to a few of the players. Really dangerous challenge from Popovic, man. Really, really dangerous. Alizio, did you see the Auckland game today? Yes. Any brief thoughts on that? Apologies, just tuned in. That's all right. All good. Yeah, enjoyed the game. I put a YouTube short out reacting to the game early today. Goodness me, that's a terrible challenge from Popovic. Yeah. Great win for Auckland. Great occasion as well. Great to see the sellout. So many fans there for their first game. And they looked good, dude. They looked really, really good. I thought Verstraete was great in midfields. Gillian was awesome on the wing. Some good performances from Auckland today. So I think they'll be strong this season for sure. I will not be at the game tomorrow, the MacArthur Perth game. I won't be live streaming it either. Our next live watch along is next week, Melbourne Derby. Master FUT in regards to Wellington's game tomorrow says, not going to lie, not too confident for the game as we've lost most of our key players. But we also have made some decent signings. We'll probably beat them, but it might be kind of close. A few injuries for Wellington as well, I believe, at the moment. Paulo Retre's out. Marco Rojas is out. So a few players missing for the Knicks for round one, at least. Random Liverpool fan, welcome to the live chat, says Auckland could be a finals threat this year. Very strong squad built especially for their first ever year. I agree. If you saw my ladder prediction, I called them to finish just outside the 6, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do push in. Hey, Simon, welcome to the live chat. Says Jets couldn't score even though City had a player sent off. Yeah, I mean, they were just lacking that quality, weren't they? Newcastle Jets. They had so much, towards the end there, they had so much possession and territory, but they're just unable to make a breakthrough, hey? Spencer asks, any Raw streams planned? I'm sure we'll definitely be doing some live streams of Brisbane Raw games throughout the season. If you want to keep up to date to our live streams throughout the season, obviously you can stay subscribed. But also, generally the Saturday night primetime games. So this time slot, the Saturday night primetime games are going to be our most common watch along. These are the big games. These games are on free-to-air TV as well. It's great as well. They've got the back-to-back Saturday games on free-to-air. So like the 5 o'clock and the 7:30 games are on free-to-air, which I like. I think it's good. My pick for the wooden spoon is Western United. Yeah. Yeah. So the Sky Blues already looking pretty confident in this derby game, and this young Western Sydney Wanderers side just looking for a way forward to try and put Sydney on the back foot. But here come the Sky Blues once again. Klamala's looking dangerous. Joe Lolly's very, very lively as well. Throwing for Sydney in opposition territory. Spencer asks, will you bring back double-header streams? Yeah, potentially. Yeah. If you guys would be keen for something like that, if the demand's there, yeah, for sure. We generally just focus on the one game at a time, but especially on some of the Saturdays and Sundays, they've got some big double headers. So if that's something you guys would be keen for to do back-to-back games, let me know. Ryan Grant up from right back. Joe Lolly ahead of him on the ball. Wanderers pinned back here. You can see their two strikers as well. Western Sydney Wanderers, Sapsford and Borello having to drop a bit deeper. But Sydney FC, this is looking pretty comfortable already. Bonnetti, good covering at left back. This is really comfortable now from Sydney FC. You can see the way Western Sydney, they're sort of just backing off in this 4-4-2 setup when they don't have the ball. That switch of play from Sydney goes out of play. Matthew says, I reckon the Jets should sign Dimi Petrados and Barcelus. I mean, Petrados feels somewhat realistic. I don't know if Barcelus would go to Jets, but Petrados, I mean, he's obviously a former Newcastle Jets. That would be a decent signing, I think, at this stage for Jets. Back daggers to Brizzy. They would love that sign. Brian Rees with a second half prediction here. Says Mata with 2 assists and Borello to score both. Wanderers fans would love that, I'm sure. They would love that. When you put the team on the screen, is that who has the ball? Well, it's sort of whoever we're talking about, rather. Whoever we're sort of discussing at the moment in time. We will keep the lineups updated throughout this contest. And we will be playing Griddle at halftime as well, the A-League player guessing game. Half an hour has passed in the Sydney derby. And it's Sydney FC with a lead. After 16 minutes, Joe Lolly scoring for the Sky Blues. Wanderers in possession now as we speak. Looking to build up from the back. Vidakovic going long. Nice ball too, because Clisby has gotten on the end of this and he's kept it in. Here's a chance. Borello into the path of Hammond. The touch didn't really favour him. Matthews was there to make an intervention, but it's behind for a corner here for Wanderers. Yeah, 2 times champ. We're definitely keen to get the clocks back on the stream. I'm currently using StreamYard. We're experimenting with a few different streaming platforms. So we'll find one soon in the near future which can accommodate that, that's for sure. Because we have had our live clock on the stream at times as well. So I understand that would be a very helpful feature, that's for sure. Corner for Wanderers did not work out for them in the end. Borello's header did sail over the bar. Sky Blues looking much better out of the 2 sides already so far. You can see the intent is there from Wanderers. They're just lacking a bit of cohesion moving forward, though. Appreciate you guys tuning in for our first live watch along of the A-League season. It's been a long preseason, as we know. We've been doing live watch alongs for the Australia Cup, which was a lot of fun over the last few months. The Asian Champions League Elite and 2. And of course, the Socceroos games. We were live for the last couple of Socceroos games. A lot of you guys were here for that. Some dramatic games for the Socceroos. Obviously, the win against China, which was a relief. And then the draw against Japan, which was a positive result for the Socceroos. And of course, we will be bringing back the Socceroos content next month as qualifiers continue for Australia. Socceroos have Saudi Arabia next up in World Cup qualification as well. At home. That's a big game, man. That's a crucial game. Sky Blues, you can see just their passing plays really nice to watch. Douglas Costa has floated over to the right-hand side now, and that is Courtney Perkins. So where's Courtney Perkins? What is going on? Sydney's left-hand side is all of a sudden playing on the right. Jordan Courtney Perkins, the left back, was up on the right wing there for a moment. Who do you support in the Prem? Tottenham Hotspur. Western Sydney Wanderers, what have they got? What have they got tonight? Alan Stajic, his first game in charge of the Wanderers in the A-League, did get them to the quarterfinals in the Australia Cup. Played some promising football in those matches. But here in the A-League, I mean, such a big task here. Obviously, a job that comes with an immense amount of pressure. Such a passionate fan base, the Wanderers fans. And they'll be demanding success right from the start here. As Courtney Perkins wins the ball. Cleur with a strong challenge. Oh, is it a free kick? Oh, I tell you what, free kick for Sydney, yellow card for Kleur. I don't know if I agree with that. It looked like a pretty good tackle. Replay is going to be interesting. That's a fair challenge for me. That's a fair challenge for me. I think Kleur does so well. I mean, maybe he drags down Courtney Perkins, but he slides in and actually wins the ball. So I don't know, man. But Gabriel Kleur has picked up a yellow card. That's a dangerous one for Wanderers. And Sydney FC are in a great position here. Anas Waheem is there. Costa's there of the free kick. Only a few players central for this one for Sydney FC. Not really shooting territory, but who knows? Costa might want to go for this one. So, Costa, deep delivery. Grant flicks it back. Lolly to shoot. Too much on it. Too much on it. Yeah, I'll be catching the Tottenham game later tonight as well, for sure. You reckon there was studs showing in the challenge? I don't know. I didn't see it. I just saw him winning the ball, unless I missed it. It's more so just the team that we're talking about at the time. When we flick between the two team formations, we'll be keeping you guys updated to the lineups live throughout this game. Juan Mata on the bench tonight for Wanderers, who are breaking down the left. Clisby crossing away by Grant. That was better from Wanderers. They've had some good moves in this first half. They have. But so far, Sydney FC's backline has been very solid. This defensive partnership at the back, Matthews, Popovic, two young defenders who are very, very good players. Very good players. G'day, Nathan. Thanks for jumping in the live chat. I'm doing well. Hope you are as well. Here come Wanderers down the right-hand side. Milanovic trying to get around Courtney Perkins, but that's a good challenge. That'll be a duel to keep an eye on for this match. Courtney Perkins coming up against Nicholas Milanovic. Milanovic playing on the right-hand side for Wanderers tonight. Was so good for Wanderers last season. Had a great campaign. Was arguably their best player. And he's going to be important for them once again this season. Nicholas Milanovic. Any new music coming soon? Yes. The answer is yes. The short answer is yes. Canberra United career mode on FC25. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. We did do an Auckland before Auckland FC were obviously in the current game. Back in FC24, we did a creator club for Auckland and did that as a video here on the channel a few months back. So we might have to do a Canberra one. That'd be fun. That's a push in the back. Play on. So not long to go here in this first half. Wanderers trailing at home. It's Sydney FC who have the advantage. And are currently controlling the ball. Popovic, he wanted that long ball, but the run wasn't on for him. Jack Lang, welcome to the chat, says there will probably be a red card in this match. I mean, we've already seen a bit of spice already. And that's a challenge from Caceres and a yellow card and I think a missing boot as well. Or was it Grant, in fact? Aiden Hammond was flying away. It was Grant who literally took the boot off Aiden Hammond there. That was clean off. It slipped clean off. G'day, Wolfie. Wolfie says, come on, Sydney FC. Welcome to the live chat. Fortnite says it sucks that you can't add teams in career mode. You can only replace them. Would be cool to make a 20-team A-League. That'd be fun. That'd be interesting. How do you think the Mariners went? I thought we were pretty good. I thought we were pretty good. It was probably our best performance out of our first few games of the season. And just disappointed not to get the winner in the end because I thought we showed some great signs in that second half there, Mariners. So I'm optimistic for this season. I think we'll be competitive once again, pushing for the top. There's a player down for Sydney FC. The play will be stopped It is Patrick Klamala who is hurt at the moment. Spencer says, can't believe it was only 2 years ago Grant was a Socceroo regular. Yeah. Yeah, no longer. And yeah, look, he did a good job for the Socceroos. He was a really solid right back option for them. But yeah. Obviously one of the most experienced players in the A-League now. He is Ryan Grant. So Patrick Klamala is still down here. The Sydney physios are pointing to the chest area. Hopefully, Polish striker Patrick Klamala is okay. Up the Mariners, Nathan. That's right. Up the Mariners. In case anyone missed it, we put out a Mariners. The Mariners victory vlog is out right now. I did a vlog of the match day experience from last night's game. So if you want to live the roller coaster of last night's match with me, feel free to do that on the channel after the stream. Rene Muhlenstein as coach for Canberra and Patrick Zanzvike as assistant. That'd be interesting to see. Yeah, Patrick Zanzvike. Yeah, that'd be interesting. So Patrick Klamala, well, looks like he's all right to go. Wolfie, he's back on his feet and he's going to come back on. So I don't know whether he received a knock or something. Sydney FC lead 1-0. Only a few minutes remaining in the second half. Western Sydney Wanderers have had a few moments, but Sydney FC certainly on top in this first half. But Juan Mata is on the bench for the Wanderers. Joe Lolly, this is a good run. Joe Lolly finds support in centre. Lolly again on the attack. Joe Lolly crossing. Great cross. Oh, dude. There was like 4 plays in the middle and like all of them missed it. That was a great chance for Sydney. They easily could have doubled their lead there. The Sky Blues, they look really dangerous going forward. But I'll tell you what, Wanderers in defense, got to tighten up here. I mean, just Sydney are just finding way too many spaces in the final third. I mean, look at this. Patrick Klamala just like casually chesting the ball down. Center's going to switch it long. Good covering from Milanovic getting back to help. But the Sydney's front four is finding a lot of space. There's Wanderers set up here. New signing John Tay Wilkes starting tonight. His A-League debut. Bonnet is there at the back. Clisby. The central midfield partnership for Wanderers tonight is Brillante and Shikluna. We usually see Oscar Priestman in that setup. He's not involved tonight, which is a blow for Wanderers. He's a top young player. So Western Sydney Wanderers, can they try and create one last opportunity here before halftime? Sydney FC, they're just playing with a bit more ease. Like the way they're striding forward here, there's just so much space in midfield. Lolly, once again looking dangerous. Into the feet of Waheem. Waheem back for Lolly. Costa edge of the box, looking for his first A-League goal. Douglas Costa finds Klamala. The build continues. And the back heel from Lolly was a bad decision, but Sydney's still in possession. Grant. Senna. Back for Popovich. I mean, you can see the Wanderers players just sort of really scrambling just to cover the spaces. But the Sky Blues, I mean, they're looking so good. Tipped by many to finish towards the top of the ladder this year. Sydney FC. Head coach Ufuk Talay, top coach, and he's done very well to build a very strong team as Caceres drives forward with space into the feet of Waheem, who shoots and should have challenged Vidakovic there. Anas Waheem. But again, that's a great example just how easy Sydney FC are getting forward. Wanderers have to tighten up here because that was so easy. I mean, Caceres just driving forward. Anas Waheem, and you can see the 2 centre-backs for Wanderers there just stretching just to cover, just to try and block the effort from Waheem. Wow. Are you going to the next Mariners games? I'm going to be getting to as many Mariners games as I can this season, of course. Still a few weeks until Mariners' next home game. Probably won't have too much added time. Maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Maybe 2, I think. Is that going to be another card? Milanovic, perhaps? Was that a card, perhaps? Milanovic had... Well, that was very bizarre from Milanovic. Long ball over the top. Courtney Perkins wasn't really getting to it. Milanovic literally was looking at the player and just tackled him with both hands. Tony Popovic in attendance for tonight's match. Socceroos head coach. He was at the game last night as well. He was at Mariners v Victory. Of course, a couple of Socceroos involved in that game last night. Velupa and Geria starting for Victory last night. Keeping an eye on maybe some potential Socceroos. Some potential Socceroos. Maybe some Socceroos for the future. Bonatig, Hammond, Milanovic, maybe. Borello, could he return for the Socceroos? He hasn't been involved for a little while now. Sydney FC, I mean, maybe something like Hayden Matthews could be a bolter for the Socceroos in the near future. There's been some calls for Anthony Caceres to receive a Socceroos call-up as well after he had a good season last year. I'll tell you what, if Luke Bratton can receive a call-up, Anthony Caceres probably isn't too far off. The only problem is there's so many players who sort of play that sort of box-to-box midfielder role, hey? Papa, says Spencer. 3 minutes added on. That's right. Spencer says call up Milanovic. I mean, if he has another good season, yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Nathan says the Mariners goalkeeper was amazing last night. He was good, eh? Dylan Parate-Cullen. I mean, one of the big sort of talking points for the Mariners last night, he was given the start. 18-year-old goalkeeper, and he made a couple good saves. And I think he'll be the goalkeeper for Mariners going ahead. So no one saw it coming. No one predicted that Parate-Cullen would be the goalkeeper for Mariners round 1, but he's given the start, and I think he'll be there going forward. Great story from Master FUT. I was in a random Bunnings and saw Pennington. Got a photo. Great bloke. I love how short and succinct that story was there, Master FUT. Nathan, sorry, Nate, not Nathan. Nicholas Pennington, now at Perth Glory this season, who get their campaign underway tomorrow. Costa swings in across. There's Lolly! Great save. Joe Lolly's powerful header plucked out of the air by Vidakovic. Great cross from Costa. I mean, we've seen some very nice assists from Costa already in the Asian Champions League 2. So, not long to go here before the halftime whistle. We will be playing Griddle at halftime here, live on the stream. So make sure to join us for that. Griddle is the A-League player guessing game. We'll also be having a little discussion about some of the A-League games that we've already seen this weekend and 2 more big games coming up tomorrow, as well as having a look at some of the upcoming games early on this season as Borello's in behind here for Wanderers. Crossing it back. Flicked behind. Oh, Borello's kept that in. Oh, great chance. Oh! Hammond misses a sitter. Aiden Hammond, who's been good this first half. Absolutely shocking miss from the youngster. What a chance. Aiden Hammond has to hit the target there. That is a shocking miss from right in front. And that brings us to half-time, and Sydney FC lead the Sydney derby. Costa involved, but it's Joe Lolly with a goal. Juan Mata on the bench tonight for Western Sydney Wanderers. Who knows? Maybe he's set to come on at the half-time break. What do you guys make of that first half? How are we feeling? How are we feeling, man? Random Liverpool fans says Sydney FC could be the real deals this year. I mean, there's a lot of people calling Sydney FC to have a really strong campaign and potentially finish top. They've just got such a good squad. And again, this lineup that we're seeing for Sydney FC tonight is probably their full strength lineup I mean, really isn't anyone missing. And you look at that bench too. I mean, the players on the bench tonight for Sydney, the likes of Burgess, Kaczarski, Segicic, Holman, like there's quality players on their bench too. So they've got the depth to do it as well. So they could be a really dangerous team this season. They have the one goal lead at halftime here, Sydney FC. They'll want to increase that lead for sure. G'day, New Jets says, hey, mate, loving the league being back. Me too. Such a shame about the Jets results. Commiserations, New Jets football. Obviously, Jets falling to a 1-0 defeat to Melbourne City earlier today. Two times champ says, everyone's looking rusty. Everyone looking rusty. Even Velupale yesterday. How he missed that. Yeah, dude. Dude, what a miss. That Velupale chance, he had to score that. Especially considering he literally just scored for the Socceroos a week ago. Right in front for victory last night against Mariners. He should have scored for sure. Yeah, absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play Griddle. It's time to play Griddle. For those that don't know, Griddle is an A-League player guessing game. It's time to test the A-League knowledge. We had a few people in the chat earlier saying that they got 9 out of 9. So we'll see how we can go today. Clayton, sorry I missed this chat a moment ago. What's the crowd like? Very strong. It's a sellout tonight. Just about a full house at a Comic Stadium tonight. It says, dialing in from Thailand up the red and black. Thanks for tuning in, Clayton. Hope all is going well over in Thailand. Master FUT says, thoughts on the new Phoenix kit? Personally, I don't think they're that good. They're not as good. The new Phoenix home kit isn't as good as recent seasons. I think last season's was pretty cool. This one, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with this one. It's just like a very clean looking kit. It's just very plain. There's just, not a lot going on. I like the collar. I think the collar's kind of interesting though. Yeah, we will be doing my rating of all the A-League kits video soon on the channel. So keep an eye on that coming out soon. Your boy Saban, if we could just avoid any spamming, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. And but thanks for jumping into the live chat. But if we could just avoid any spamming, thank you very much, my friend. Great to see so many of you guys tuning in for this live watch along. Our first live watch along for this A-League season. Sydney FC leading Wanderers here at the break. And we are about to play Griddle. We're about to test our A-League knowledge here. And some of you guys said you went 9 out of 9. Let's see how we go. Hey, we've got Melbourne City, Sydney, Brisbane. Wanderers are there. Newcastle Jets. And players who have 4,500 days since they last played a game. Okay, this should be easy. Yeah, this should be easy. Should be easy, right? Nathan asks, who do you think will win, Mariners or Adelaide? I'm back in Mariners next week. I'm back in Mariners. I'm not just being biased. I think we will. I think Adelaide. I mean, they've got good players in the squad, but overall, I think they might lack the quality, and they might take a few weeks to get things going. A few of the new signings set to make their debuts. I think Mariners could get a win next week. Mariners, of course, playing midweek in China as well. Let's jump into it. Let's start with the bottom one. That'll be the hardest, bottom row. 4,500 days since their last game. Well, for Melbourne City, we're gonna go back to their real early years, and we're gonna go something like Alex Terra. Surely it's been that long. There we go. It was close, dude. We got close on that one. That was dangerously close. 4,500 days last since the Sydney FC last played their game. I mean, he has been in the A-League news recently in regards to MacArthur FC, but Dwight York. Um, Brisbane Roar. Who can we go for there for like the early days? Brisbane. Alex Rosk, right? Alex Rosk, obviously, a very notable CFC player, but did play for Brisbane many, many years ago. That may have been season 1. I can't remember. I mean, I was a young lad at the time. Anyway, good start in Griddle. Let's see how we go. These ones should be this is the easiest one. I always get stumped up with the numbers. This is easier. Melbourne City and Western Sydney Wanderers, a player who has played for both of those 2 clubs. He's on the field tonight for Wanderers. Sydney FC and Wanderers. Veteran, yeah. There has been a handful of players who have played for both Sydney clubs. Um, Brisbane Wanderers, a handful of players we can go for here. Um, I mean, Jordan Holmes, he hasn't featured for Wanderers yet, but he is on the bench tonight. He's a former Brisbane player. There's gonna be heaps. For some reason, no one's coming to mind. A player who's played for both Brisbane and Wanderers. Lustica. Lustica. Bit of a random one. Brisbane and Jets, players play for both. We're talking about him a bit earlier tonight, actually, funnily enough. Players play for both Sydney and Newcastle Jets. Again, there's probably a billion we can pick from. Um, why am I blanking? Why dude, there's probably, like, over 100 players who have played for both these 2 clubs. Liam Reddy is an easy answer. Melbourne City, Newcastle Jets, a player who has played for both of those 2 clubs. For that one, Jason Hoffman. Jason Hoffman did have a stint at Melbourne City, Melbourne Heart at the time. 9 out of 9, good start. Great stuff in Griddle tonight. Craig Moore. Nice suggestion, Chris. Let's have a look at some of these throwback players. Yeah, man. Wow, there are definitely some throwbacks here. Costa Barbarouses is in there as a Brisbane option. I don't know why I blanked on Sydney and Newcastle for a while there. There you go. There's been so many. Mark Bridge, Josh Palante, Bahagia, Joel Griffiths is in there, Andrew Houle, Yeoman. For some reason I couldn't think of any of them. Up the Mariners, Nathan. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Troy says I had Jenkinson top left and a Beanie top middle. Yeah, Beanie. That was another one I could have gone for. Jenkinson, yeah. A more recent one, obviously, as well. Dry Weepix. There's Hoffman isn't a name I've heard in a while. Yes, retired at the end of last season, Jason Hoffman, Newcastle. Many years in the A League, Jason Hoffman. So that's our riddle for today. 9 out of 9. We're pretty happy with it. Obscurity score. There you go. 484. Awesome stuff. Have I got my stats here? There we go. We've got some stats here. To be honest, I don't think this has been tracked from like when I the very start of playing this game. Our average is 7.3, which is pretty good. Our average is 7.3. But you can see there we've got a lot of eights. Maybe those are all my stats. I don't play Griddle every day, but we play it on our live streams because it's a bit of halftime entertainment. There we go, 9 out of 9. So, halftime in the Sydney derby tonight. Thanks for joining us for tonight's live watch along. I mean, the big question is, when does Juan Mata come on? That's my question for you guys right now. Jump in the live chat, say good day. When does Juan Mata come on? Right now? 60 minutes? 70 minutes? Throw him on for a few minutes at the end? When will Juan Mata come on? Wanderers are chasing this game, and they have a guy who's literally won a World Cup on the bench. When does he come on? 55, says Marcus. 55. G'day, Saban. What do you think of Joe Lodley's goal? Nicely taken. Nicely taken. But probably, maybe like less. It was less of a good goal and more of a poor defense from Wanderers, I guess. Yeah, I guess. All right, guys. Halftime is just around the corner. I'm going to grab a quick drink, and the game should be back on in just a moment. We'll be back in just a sec. All right. It is time for the second half of the Sydney Derby. It is time. Dry wheat picks. Are you going to the Mariners game versus Adelaide next week? No, I won't be. I will not be jetting off to Adelaide next week. Would love to get to Adelaide one day. I've never been. But very much looking forward to that one next week. In terms of Juan Mata, where we've been asking when will he come on? When will Juan Mata come off the bench tonight for Wanderers? Saban says Mata comes on in the 62nd minute. Troy says hopefully the start of the second half, but probably 80 minutes. Yeah, that's my feeling as well. Who knows how many minutes he has in his legs. But first game of the season, it might just mean like 10, 20 minutes. Saban, do you know when the B League is going to start? The second division, I assume you're talking about there, Saban. We don't know. I don't think anything's confirmed yet. I mean, it almost certainly won't be next year. Maybe 2026. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't been watching too much of Everton this season, FUT, so I wish I could answer that question for you, but can't quite comment on it. G'day, John99 says, I swear only our delusional fan base could hype up our Western Sydney Wanderers season when we're still stuck with the same old average players. I mean, you look at this team that Wanderers are fielding tonight, and there's quality there. Like Milanovic, like Borello's good. I rate Sapsford as a striker. I mean, Hammond's been bright tonight. I think defensively, Wanderers have just been a bit unorganized. I think they've been getting overrun in midfield. Pelekanos could come on to cover sort of a midfield area, so we might see that for Wanderers. Because in that defensive midfield area, they've just been overrun. Claire, Chong, Bonatig, Clisby. I mean, I like that centre-back partnership for Wanderers. Like, John Tae-Wook, I think, is a really good pickup. Bonatig is a fantastic young defender as well. But, yeah, these guys are just getting beaten to it at the moment by Sydney FC's attack. But, having said this, like, despite Sydney FC's, like, dominance, Wanderers, it's 1-0. Excuse me. Like, it's still 1-0. It just takes one moment for Wanderers to get back into this game and get the crowd on board too. Like, get the crowd really behind them if they can get the RBB behind them. And don't forget as well, like, obviously the Wanderers are now heading towards the goal where the RBB are stationed. Yeah. John P says, didn't the A-League have one of the highest goals per game average of all pro leagues in the world? Not looking good so far, early days. It hasn't been too many goals, hey. Has not been too many goals in the opening round. We've only seen, 4? We've only seen 4 goals this is the 4th game. So, yeah, we'll see. In terms of the Wanderers, John says here, John99 says they're not good enough. I don't rate Milanovic and Borello. They do not start for Sydney FC, Victory, or even Mariners. We're meant to be a big club. Their squad plays at best. John also says we've had them for 3 years and they've always been inconsistent. Interesting question here. Do you think it was an easy win for Auckland against Brisbane, or was it difficult for them? They didn't dominate. They were the better team in the end for me. They looked very good. They had some great passages of play. A lot of the players had great games. But Brisbane were in it. I thought Brisbane were in it for the whole game. And that second goal really helped. That second goal sort of really sealed it in the end, obviously, for Auckland. But I think that sort of killed Brisbane a little bit, unfortunately. But aside from that, I had a feeling Brisbane were going to equalise for a long time there. But Auckland, great start for them. 2-0 win for Auckland in their first game of the season. Nathan's got his KFC. Love to hear it. What's tonight's meal of choice? What meal are you enjoying for tonight's A-League action? Let us know. Thanks everyone for tuning in for tonight's live watch along. The second half is underway in the Sydney derby. Do we have any substitutes? Do we have any subs? Doesn't look like it. Oh, no, I'm wrong. That is Božidar Krajev. Western Sydney Wanderers have made a substitution, and Božidar Krajev is on the field. And it looks like Zach Sapsford is no longer on the pitch. That is a big change. Krajev. We didn't see him. So he's going to play as a striker here now. We didn't see him play as a striker, like an out-and-out striker too often at Wellington. He was more so maybe playing as an attacking midfielder or out wide. But here, right now, Božidar Krajev is coming on for his A-League debut for Wanderers. Had a great A-League season for Wellington last season. And it's a really, really nice pickup. Really, really nice pickup for Wanderers to sign the former Wellington attacker. So he's on. That's huge. So Western Sydney Wanderers, can they start brightly in the second half? Can they find an equaliser? Can they find a way back into this game? What do they need to do? Sky Blues were so dangerous in that first half. Klimala was looking good. Waheem, Costa, Lolly, that front four, so dangerous. Here's a look at Wanderers lineup now. Božidar Krajev leading the line. Made his Wanderers debut in the Australia Cup quarterfinals. This is his second game in red and black. Was at Wellington for the last couple seasons. We asked a moment ago, what meals are we enjoying tonight for this watch along? Dry Wheat Bix, cheeseburger, chips, and cake. Says Nathan. Rice and fish. I would love some rice and fish. Sam says McDonald's nuggets for dinner after the Auckland FC game for me. Love it. Gaming with your boy Saban asks, how many years do you think Costa and Mata have left of playing football? Well, Costa's what, 30? Douglas Costa's 34, right? So he's probably still got a few more years. I think Juan Mata's 36. You know, maybe a couple more years still for Juan Mata. As Borello's effort from long range. He's pretty routine save for Redmayne. He did have to dive for it, but it did appear to be drifting wide anyway. Am I missing out on Coast Snack Watch Football? Spencer's got we've got a few nuggies in the chat tonight. Everyone's enjoying some nuggets tonight by the sounds of things. What do I have? Nothing at the moment. Nothing at the moment. I'll have to grab something afterwards. It's been a busy day. And been enjoying watching all the A-League action. Kicked off a few hours ago. 3 back-to-back games today. Auckland FC defeating Brisbane 2-0. Melbourne City defeating Newcastle Jets 1-0. Western Sydney Wanderers here. Can they make a comeback in this game? They trail early on in the second half, but the Sky Blues are on the attack again. Lolly. Ooh, free kick. I tell you what, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that one either. Joe Lolly sort of running into Clisby. Replay will be interesting. Oh, yeah. Nah, yeah. I think that's a correct call, actually. Joe Lolly was sort of trying to get around Clisby there almost, and Clisby did sort of come across to block it. Is Mata on yet? No one Mata on yet. just at this stage. Wanderers did make a change at the break. Božidar Krajev coming on for Zach Sapsford. Sapsford just struggling to get into the game. So Krajev on. But Mata, I'm sure we'll see him on at some point. But Sydney FC have a free kick here. Out wide. Costa's over it. Costa shoots. And that was a really important defensive header from Alex Bonatig. Liam Bonatig? I always get the Bonatig brothers mixed up. Great chance there. Douglas Costa was going direct for goal. Sydney FC, well, surprisingly, this is Sydney FC's first corner of the game. Comes after 50 minutes. Waheem short for Costa. Back for Waheem, who delivers. Grant will regather this. But the Sky Blues are still in the attack. Lolly's high ball. Away by Bonatig. Costa. Costa has the space to shoot. Costa! Oh! Dude, that would have been a ripping debut goal in the A-League. Douglas Costa from like 30 meters out, trying to test Vidakovic. He did well to just get around Clisby and tried to curl it towards goal. Marcus says, Lockie, go to Auckland and do a vlog from the slide. For those who are unaware, there was a big slide at the Auckland game today. A big slide on the hill, which was fun to see. Love the suggestion from Spencer. Ribeye, either with chips or mash and some greens and a nice red wine. I'm not a wine guy personally, but it does sound delicious, though, Spencer. So Sydney FC on the broadcast, they're showing the attacking thirds. Apparently, Sydney FC are favouring the left-hand side, according to the graphic that just showed on the broadcast. That is the side that Douglas Costa is stationed on. So Wanderers, here's a chance for them now. Brandon Borello. Again, just like coming unstuck. He was looking out wide for Klur, but he was coming back from an offside position and it just went out of play anyway. So, Wanderers still not clicking for them just yet. 52 minutes have gone by. Matthew asks, wasn't Maresh meant to sign for Western Sydney? There was some word going around online. Hey, a few months back that was maybe on the cards. Didn't happen. So who knows? Who knows? Hey, Mateus Maresh, former Central Coast Mariner, was linked with Western Sydney Wanderers during the transfer window. Spencer says, is the slide going to be the new sauce bottles of the league? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and it wasn't just a slide too at the Auckland game. Like behind at Auckland's home stadium, Go Media Stadium, you guys would have seen it if you watched the game today. Like there was a slide on the hill, but there was like a jumping castle. There was like probably like food stalls and stuff. It looked really cool, really unique. So yeah, maybe that's the new sauce bottles, if you like, of the A-League. The Auckland slide. One coming on. Is he? Is he coming on? Juan Mata. We've only played 54 minutes. Yep, there he is. Andrew Christensen, Wanderers assistant coach, having a chat to Juan Mata as we speak. Wow. This is huge. I mean, we were speculating how many minutes he'd be given. We're not even at the hour mark, and Juan Mata could be set to come on. He's receiving instructions as we speak. World Cup winner. Featured in the Champions League, UEFA Champions League in Europe. Many seasons in the Premier League with the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United. Was at Japan last year. Unfortunately, didn't get too much game time. Struggled with injury, but here he is, set to make his Wanderers debut, round one, and hopefully it's a big season coming up for Juan Mata. I mean, I say that, like, obviously I'm not a Wanderers fan, but just it would benefit the league so much, hey. If these guys, if Juan Mata, Douglas Costa had, really good seasons in the competition, hey. Yeah. Dry Weepick says, don't think Mata has the legs for 35 minutes of football. I mean, hopefully he does. We'll see. We'll see. Spencer says, I know it is an Aussie, but Johnny Warren would have been proud of what happened at Auckland today. Yeah, I mean, look, it's great for, Australian and New Zealand football combined. The A-League obviously encompasses both countries. Fantastic. Corny Perkins under pressure. Got to deal with this. Caceres, Kriev, Wanderers with a chance here. Kriev with space. Into the feet of Borello. Hammond! 1-1! Goal for Wanderers. They get their equaliser. And it forced to the youngster, Aiden Hammond. What a moment. What a moment for the youngster. Given his opportunity in this Sydney derby. And scores. Wow. Wow. I mean, Sydney under pressure. Uncharacteristically given away. Kriev laying it off for Borello, who sent it on to Hammond, and that is a delightful finish. Great goal. And Wanderers have the equaliser. It is all square in the derby. Massive moment in this game. And Aiden Hammond, what a time to score for the youngster. Absolutely huge. Great finish as well, past Redmayne. And Juan Mata, who was set to come on. Look at the celebrations from Juan Mata. Celebrating his team, who equalised in the derby. One in the Sydney derby. Aiden Hammond, the youngster, equalising. What a moment. Wow, dude. 2-1 prediction is still on, says Marcus. Yeah, anything can happen from here. Anything can happen. I mean, Sydney were looking so dominant in the first half. Wanderers had the chances, but Sydney were looking in control. They were just looking like the better side. But Western Sydney Wanderers, great response. And they've got their equaliser. Does look like Corey Holman has come on as well. Is Juan Mata on yet? Costa hits. Ooh! Douglas Costa testing Vidakovic, but that's a good save by the young goalie. So a bit of a reshuffle in midfield for Sydney FC. It looks like Anas Waheem has left the field. That's an interesting change. And Corey Holman, young midfielder, is on in a defensive midfield role. And Wanderers are coming forward again here. Kriev on the left. Chipping it in a dangerous area. Still on for Wanderers. Borello. He's shut down quickly, and Costa heads back to his keeper. Wow, dude. So, with half an hour to go in this derby, dude, anything can happen from here. Wanderers have the equaliser. That is huge for them. And Juan Mata is set to come on as we speak. He's standing ready on the sideline. Here he comes to Spencer. Juan Mata. Is on standby on the sideline. It's going to be so fascinating how this next half an hour of football plays out. 1-1 in the derby. We've seen some fantastic Sydney derbies over the recent seasons. Some crazy drama last season. You might remember that late drama where Sydney FC, Jaden Kacharski, grabbed a late winner right at the death at Allianz Stadium. Corey Holman, recently on for Sydney FC. Nice pass to the feet of Costa. Douglas Costa, great move. Teeing it up for Klamala, who's gone down. That looked like a penalty for sure. Alex King is unfazed. That looked like a penalty. Marcus reckons penalty. Spencer says no pen. Saban reckons it's a penalty. Klamala is still down. Klamala is down and hurt. Sydney FC, well, this is ridiculous. Sydney FC are playing on it. Klamala should be up to try and help the Sydney FC attack, but he's down again. And still we play on. Wanderers hack it clear. Center on the ball. Douglas Costa. Center infield. Well, this is crazy. Klamala's still down. There's a free kick. Now goes the way of Sydney. Will there be a VAR check? But Juan Mata, I mean, this might be his introduction right here. Here's the replay, though. Costa's ball. That's a penalty. I'm sorry. That's a clear penalty. You reckon he got the ball? Really? There's no way. That looked like a clear penalty. You guys don't think so? Am I missing something? But anyway, right now it is all about Juan Mata. World Cup winner, Euros winner, former Chelsea and Manchester United player, is an A-League player, is a Western Sydney Wanderers player, and he is on the pitch facing off Sydney FC and Douglas Costa. We'll keep an eye on how exactly Juan Mata will fit into this setup. Does he play out wide? He came on to replace the goal scorer, Aiden Hammond. Sydney FC on the attack. The flick on. Oh, it's a goal! Wanderers are silenced again. It's Klamala. 2-1 in the derby. Sky Blues lead again. They don't need the penalty. Klamala scores. Klamala scores. And look at the celebrations with the Cove. Juan Mata comes on. And Sydney score. The ball out wide for Costa. The delivery, the flick on by Matthews was fantastic. And the header from Klamala past Vidakovic. Vidakovic unable to get his reflexes to that. Klamala opens his account in the A-League. Huge moment. Wow. That is huge. Klamala, the Polish beast, is Matthew. Troy says, welcome to the A-League, Mata. That's right. Welcome to the A-League. Now, Wanderers, who have just brought on a World Cup winner in Juan Mata. We're going to keep an eye on how exactly this lineup looks like for Wanderers going forward. It looks like it may well be Kryev shifting out to the left-hand side to allow Mata to play central. Huge drama in the Sydney derby tonight. Huge drama. A topsy-turvy game. Wanderers had the equaliser. Thought they were going to regain control of this match. But Patrick Klamala with a crucial header. Still plenty of football to be played. Average Target Frog, thank you very much for the kind super chat. Says, g'day, Coast. Sydney back in front. Wowee, great game. Target Frog, thank you very much for the kind super chat. I really appreciate that, mate. It's been a great game indeed. And, dude, this is just the beginning. We are set for plenty of drama in the coming minutes. Yellow card for Douglas Costa. Yellow card for Douglas Costa. He was not happy with Alex King, the referee. Douglas Costa really involved tonight, and he picks up his first booking in the A-League. So here's a look at our current lineups for this game. Wanderers, Juan Mata's on. And he's going to be playing a central role for Western Sydney alongside Borrello. For Sydney FC, Corey Holman is on. Anas Waheem was the player who made way for the Sky Blues. That's a foul. Leo Senna on Clure. So Juan Mata is on. Douglas Costa is also on the pitch as well. Incredible to have these two star players in the A-League playing in the same game. Once again, thank you very much to Average Target Frog for the kind super chat. Appreciate the support. Juan Mata. Can he get himself involved in this game? You can see him. He's basically leading the line for Wanderers almost as well. Playing a very attacking role. Western Sydney, they haven't really been able to sort of like create any consistent sort of dominance, you know what I mean? They haven't been able to sort of stamp their authority and really pin Sydney FC back. But with Juan Mata on the pitch, can they try and influence this game a little bit more? Love this comment from Luke. Luke says, what's it like watching the league that Auckland owns? Number one on the table and a sellout. Great start for Auckland, hey. Great start for Auckland. Love to see it. Well, who knows? It might be Sydney FC at this rate if they can grab another to jump to the top of the table for round one. 68 minutes in the Sydney derby. Sydney lead 2-1. Patrick Klamala grabbing the second goal for Sydney just a few moments ago. Juan Mata is on the field for Wanderers. He's just come off the bench. And here come the Sky Blues. Lolly for Costa. Leaves it for Klamala. Great save. What a save for Dakovic. Oh, what a save indeed. Almost as Saban. Oh, incredible save. Vidakovic tipping it onto the post. I mean, Costa, so smart to leave. Maybe he should have gone for it himself. And Klamala, well, surely had to finish there. And here comes Sydney again. Lolly on the attack. Joe Lolly. Oh, just tripping on the ball. Another great chance. Wanderers once again being exposed at the back. So many chances now for Sydney FC. Feel like they could have had a couple more goals at this rate, hey? Mata. No, that's Borrello, in fact. Looking for the foul. Doesn't get it. Or does he? Whistle did go. Nope, I'm mistaken. It looked like the whistle went. The camera cut away. But we play on. 2-1 to Sydney FC. Troy says this game is fire. The intensity is well and truly at an all-time high. Luke says rocking up all those XGs. That's right. What team are you going for? I'm a neutral. I am staying very neutral in this tie. Costa. He's been good tonight, Douglas Costa. He's got it forward for Holman, who's come off the bench for Sydney tonight. Caceres. It's back here for Popovic. He goes backwards again for Matthews. So, Sky Blues, again, just in control of things at the moment. Wanderers have made the one change to bring Juan Mata on. Sorry, two changes. Criev has also come on for Western Sydney Wanderers. Well, they need to make more changes as Joe Lolly fires one across the face, but no one's there. You can see that whole side of Combank Stadium behind the goal for Sydney is just sky blue What a replay, though. They're showing us that replay of that Vidakovic save a moment ago. I mean, unbelievable stop. Klamala trying to place it. That is a phenomenal reflex save from young Wanderers goalkeeper Vidakovic. Yeah, Spencer, it's been a common theme, hasn't it, in recent years? For whatever reason, it's we've often seen the away teams win in the Sydney derby. It's bizarre. Marcus says this city is ours. Matthew says Forza Sydney FC. Sydney FC 20 minutes away from getting their first win of the A-League season and winning a crucial round 1 derby here. Western Sydney on the attack. Juan Mata. Oh, great through ball from Mata. He's fed it through for Milanovic. And Wanderers have a corner. Juan Mata. Delightful through ball there. Leanne says, come on, Wanderers. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this live watch along. Quickly, dude, what was that? Was Juan Mata going direct from the corner? What just happened? Juan Mata, I think, just took that corner quickly and was trying to catch out Andrew Redmayne and completely missed the goal. Yeah, what was that, right? What was that? Like the camera didn't even like cut quickly enough to it. Juan Mata just ran over and just tried to go for goal direct from the corner. Anyway. Tonight we've got chamomile tea. Chamomile tea is our beverage of choice. Average Frog says, got tickets for West United versus West Sydney Wanderers at Ironbark next week. Excited to go to my first game at Ironbark. Hopefully it's a good experience. It looks like a decent little field there for decent little stadium for West United. And yeah, hopefully they get some good numbers there. First full season at Ironbark Fields for Western United, which is great, which I think is awesome for them. So hopefully you enjoy your experience there, Average Target Frog. No Premier League watch along tonight. It is all about the Sydney derby. And we still have about 17 minutes to go, of course, injury time coming as well. And it looks like Wanderers are preparing another couple of changes as well. Ben Holiday's there. Couple new signings set to come in for Wanderers at the moment. Emptying the bench, Alan Stajic as Wanderers chase this equaliser again for the second time tonight. It's been a really enthralling Sydney derby up to this point, and it's not done yet. What drama awaits us in the final stages? Throw in Sydney in opposition territory as they build here. And a third goal here for the Sky Blues. Well, that may well seal it. Wanderers, they are pushing for this equaliser, but they cannot leave themselves exposed at the back, which they've done so on a number of occasions already tonight. They've looked a little thin at the back. Maybe some work to do in that department for Alan Stajic and his coaching staff. It's going to be a Wanderers throw. A little bit of push and shove between some of the players. Courtney Perkins has been heavily involved. Luke says, I will be watching the Ange ball later on. Will be awesome. Prediction now that we're in the 75th minute. I think Sydney hold on. I think Sydney do hold on from here. Yeah, I do think so. What do you guys think? What's your prediction from here? Let us know. Pelikanos is going to come on here as well as Ben Holiday by the looks of things. So Dean Pelikanos coming on. And Ben Holiday, now this is interesting. Ben Holiday, who is a left winger by trade, is going to come on for Gabby Clure here. So it's going to be interesting to see how exactly Wanderers do line up here. But Gabriel Clure is off after putting in a solid shift at right back. And that might well mean that Dylan Shikluna does drop into a right back position. We'll keep an eye on how exactly Wanderers are setting up going forward for the final stages. Ben Holiday. Doesn't look like he's come on just yet. The winger. Great sort of story as well. Ben Holiday, he had a great campaign this past year with Moreton City Excelsior, Queensland team who compete in the NPL Queensland. And Moreton City Excelsior, he helped the side get to the Australia Cup quarterfinals and notably knocked out Perth Glory in the round of 16 as well. So Ben Holiday might be set for his Wanderers debut tonight as well in a Sydney derby, no less. What an occasion for these players making their Wanderers debuts. A fantastic game to feature in the A-League. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this live watch along. We're going to be doing plenty of live streams throughout the A-League season. We're going to be live next weekend for the Melbourne Derby. Melbourne victory, Melbourne City this time next Saturday. Would love to see you guys here for that one. Max Burgess is also being prepped to come on as well. He scored a big Sydney derby goal at this stadium a couple of years ago, I remember. Leon's back in a 2-2 draw, Juan Mata, maybe to get on the score sheet. Troy says, great to see Mata here. Hopefully, hope he can stay injury-free. Yeah. I mean, I think we all hope that, especially considering some of the injury struggles of some of the marquees in more recent years. Wanderers building up patiently from the back here, looking for a way back into this game. So Pelekanos is on in midfield for Wanderers. Shakluna's dropped to right back for Wanderers. Looks like for the time being as well, the wingers may have swapped sides. Kraev on the right, Milanovic on the left. Mata and Borello just trying to get themselves involved in this game up top, but haven't seen too much of the ball. Mata's only had a couple touches. Sydney FC once again in a forward position. I mean, Costa's been so good tonight. He's looked very, very dangerous. And here we go. He could be the chance for... Oh, that's a terrible challenge from Courtney. Whoa! I thought it was a terrible challenge, and referee says no, all ball. And Borello is down hurt. I mean, I'd love to see the replay. That looked like a terrible challenge. Replay. No, are you kidding me? That's a clear yellow card and a foul. No, that is a clear foul. Alex King has got that one seriously wrong. Courtney Perkins, heavy contact on the ankle of Borello, nowhere near the ball. Alex King has completely misread that challenge, unfortunately. And Courtney Perkins is very, very lucky. Saban says Alex King's got to do better. Luke says whacked from behind, didn't get the ball at all. Yeah. I mean, look, I can see from Alex King's perspective, I can see how we can see that because Courtney Perkins is sliding in and then the ball continues to go that direction. So you'd probably view it and think, oh, yeah, he got a touch on the ball. There was a similar challenge like that in the first half where the same thing happened where I think it was Gabby Clure got a touch on the ball. But the referee did call it a foul. So who knows? That's right. No VAR on yellows. So we are in the final 10 minutes of the Sydney derby. And it's the Sky Blues who have the lead 2-1. Douglas Costa is on the field. Juan Mata is on the field. There are some high-quality players on the field. Arguably one of the biggest Sydney derbies in recent years. Can Wanderers try and regain some control? I mean, like, they haven't had too much time on the ball as well, like in dangerous areas. Redmayne's shaky clearance here might gift an opportunity here for Western Sydney Wanderers. Chicluna will go backwards with the throw. Sky Blues very good tonight overall. And they'll be disappointed if they do concede late on here. But Wanderers with a home crowd, the home fans have to get behind them here. Sydney derby. First one of the season. Next Sydney derby is coming in round 5. That is Unite round. So it's not far away until the next Sydney derby at Allianz Stadium in Unite round. Looking forward to that one for sure. Not sure what that was from Corny Perkins. Bit of shove on Chicluna. Oh, boy. Score prediction against Saudi. It'd be tough, but based off our last couple of performances, I'm backing us to get a result. I'm going to say maybe 2-1 at this moment in time. At this moment in time. Wanderers. Oh, here we go. Juan Mata to Borello. Borello shoots. Oh, Brandon Borello curling it from outside the box. Reckons it was a corner. I don't think it got a touch. So close. I mean, nice little play there, though. Juan Mata with the intelligence just to knock it along for Borello, who had the shooting lane there wide open for him. And Sky Blues will make another change here. Max Burgess is going to come on. And it's going to be, what's Leo Senna coming off here? Leo Senna, a solid performance. The Brazilian midfielder. And Max Burgess is going to come on. And Wanderers are indeed emptying their bench here. Marcus Antonsen is on for the last few minutes to replace Borello. Swedish striker, second season in the A-League. And Ben Holiday is also going to come on as well. We'll keep an eye on who is coming off here for Wanderers. Could well be Milanovic, potentially. But Ben Holiday making his A-League debut. And in fact, it is Dylan Chicluna coming off. So that's interesting. So Milanovic will stay on. So Western Sydney Wanderers. Well, Jack Clisby. It's a real shuffle here for Wanderers. Jack Clisby looks like he's gone over to right back. And Ben Holiday will play up from left back. So, long-range free kick here for Western Sydney Wanderers. Juan Mata is going to swing it in for Western Sydney. Deep delivery. Straight into the hands of Andrew Redmayne, unfortunately, for Wanderers. Juan Mata just didn't get the delivery right there, unfortunately. The minutes are ticking by. Not long left for Wanderers to rescue this derby match. How are we feeling? Mr. Fresh Pizza says Redmayne has to be benched. He's going to cost us through the season. Thanks for tuning in tonight, Nathan. Spencer says, was Vidakovic the right choice, or would Holmes be the same results? It's tricky. It's hard to say, hey. Like, Vidakovic made that great save a moment ago. I don't know if Holmes would have done any better. That's right, Nathan. Up the Mariners. Western Sydney Wanderers in front of their home fans looking for this equaliser. They did it once already tonight, early on in the second half. Brought it back to 1-1. Redmayne sends it long. Forward by Holiday. Berlante out wide for Milanovic. Oh, heavy challenge. Heavy challenge from Burgess. That's a red card. Whoa. Max Burgess just onto the field and he's received a red. It didn't look good, dude. It didn't look good. But Max Burgess, who's literally just come on, has been sent off. What do we think? Correct decision? Oh my goodness. Oh, dude, it doesn't look good. Dude, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It's a red card. I mean, it's not just on his foot. It's up the ankle. It's up the ankle. And Max Burgess is off here. Wow. I mean, drama late on in the derby. And as you guys are saying here, this is the third red card this season. This season. Well, yeah, it is this season. Third red card this weekend. Oh, my goodness. That's right. He literally just got subbed on. He just got subbed on. Oh, drama here at the end of the Sydney derby. Max Burgess. Disaster. And he's off. Incredible. 3 red cards in 4 games. Wanderers to deliver the ball. Have they got a glimmer of hope now? They've got an extra player on the field, Western Sydney. Wanderers surely just have to send everything forward now. Sydney are really going to drop back. It's a sort of, you'd imagine, just like a 4-4-1 setup to try and hold on here. Mata, great control. Juan Mata cutting back inside. Then for Holiday, it's going to be another corner. Wow. Wow. Crazy Sydney derby. There's always drama. There's always drama. And Juan Mata is trying to lift his side here. A-League is drama all the time. That's right, Luke. That's right. So it's going to look somewhat like this for Sydney FC. You can see the lineup here. Max Burgess is off. One more change at the death here. Joel King is coming on for Douglas Costa. Great game tonight, Douglas Costa. So lively. Joel King is going to come on to help defend out this lead. And for Western Sydney Wanderers, all eyes on Juan Mata. Can he lead his team to an equaliser? The corner hung up high and away. And Wanderers have to build up again. What's happened here? The whistle's been blown because Popovic is down hurt. Wanderers fans aren't happy, but there's going to be a stoppage here for Alex Popovic, who is down. And you'd imagine we get a pretty decent chunk of added time, right? You'd imagine we get a pretty decent chunk of added time here. Alex Popovic has been good tonight at the back for Sydney FC. His A-League debut for the Sky Blues. 7 minutes added on. 7. Decent chunk of time, and it's enough for Wanderers to grab a dream equaliser here at the death in the Sydney derby. Wow. 7 minutes added on. That's right. They got to play defensive now, Sydney. They're a player down. Always drama in the Sydney derby. Always drama in the A-League. Western Sydney Wanderers here. All eyes on them. Costa's hammy's gone, says Valhoon. I mean, he worked so hard tonight. I mean, great performance once again from Costa. Couple Sydney substitutes not utilised tonight. Kaczarski, Segacic on the bench. Popovic has just been brought back onto the field, and Wanderers now striving forward. Holiday down the left. Nice run from Holiday, who crosses. Great chance! Over the bar from Antonsen, who was wrestling forward in the box. Wanderers, the pressure's building. The intensity is building. They haven't had too many passages of play where they've really managed to sustain the attack, but now they're going to have a real opportunity right at the death here to try and build some consistent attacking moves. Can they break down this stubborn Sydney FC backline? If you guys want to support the channel here, make sure to hit the like button. We're doing a bunch of live streams throughout this A-League season. We've got a new A-League vlog out on the channel that just went out today from my experience from last night's Mariners victory game. A dramatic scoreless draw, and it's more drama here in this match. Klamala trying to get a hold of the ball going forward, and he's won the free kick. Patrick Klamala scoring Sydney's second goal tonight. Klamala scoring. Joe Lolly scoring the first goal for Sydney FC tonight. Incredible moment for young Wanderers winger Aiden Hammond, who scored Wanderers equaliser before Sky Blues made it number 2. And Sydney, you can see, just taking their time up in the final third. Caceres using the footwork, and he wins the throw. Four minutes to go. We may help. I'll tell you what, we may well have more added on, though, because Popovic was down for a little bit due to that injury. Caceres, great footwork. Great work from Caceres. There's so many bodies there for Sydney FC. They're managing to really pin Wanderers back here. They've been good tonight, Sydney FC. I think they probably deserve the 3 points too. And it's going to be a corner for the Sky Blues. And you can see the Cove behind the goal there, cheering their Sydney players on to victory. So many people calling for Sydney FC to finish towards the top of the ladder this season. Such a strong team that they've assembled for 24-25. They're going to keep it in the corner here. Caceres on the ball. Finds Lolly. And that's going to be a goal kick. So, Vidakovic is going to send it long. You'd imagine, at least. Sky Blues, can they defend this out? Bonatic brings it forward. Is there going to be the dream equaliser? I mean, imagine if Juan Mata was the man to step up. Long ball towards Clisby. Kraev in possession. Bojidar Kraev can't keep it in. The benches have been emptied. Both teams have fought so hard. I mean, you can't doubt Wanderers' effort here tonight. Like, the players have worked so hard. There's been some really admirable performances. But in terms of quality, Sydney FC have just edged them in that department. And Western Sydney Wanderers, despite bringing on Juan Mata around the hour mark, they still trail. Antonsen goes down and couldn't control it. Clisby swings it in. Here it is for Milanovic. Oh, straight into the hands of Redmayne, Nicholas Milanovic. I mean, Juan Mata's working really hard, man. He's trying to have an impact. Great opportunity, though. Milanovic there, who got away from Grant and got the free header, too, at the far post. Joe Lolly. Oh, here we go. Sydney could steal it here. Klamala. Good covering by Holiday, who sends it long. Wanderers chasing it. 1 minute left. I mean, the referee might add on some more. We had the stoppage earlier on due to the injury to Alex Popovic. Milanovic. Wanderers. I mean, they got to commit more here, surely. They got to send more players forward. Remember, Sydney have been reduced to just 10 players. Max Burgess sent off. Juan Mata trying to get in behind here. Juan Mata still on it. Mata backwards. Clisby sends it long. Can a Wanderers player just get a boot to it or something? Again, knocked forward. Antonson trying to get to it, but it's bounced through to Redmayne. That might be the last attack. Redmayne, time wasting, and he knows it. Stretching out the hammies. Marcus Antonson trying so hard to get on the end of these moves. But that's the thing that's separated these two teams, right? Just the quality in the final third. It's just not there for Wanderers. Final seconds. Final stages of this Sydney derby. Spencer Watts, an extra 2 minutes. Who knows how long more we have added on. Sky Blues just pinning them back here. I mean, it's been a strong performance from Sydney FC, who have just had too much for Wanderers. Another dramatic Sydney derby. We love it. We've got another Sydney derby in just a few weeks' time in Unite round. And Wanderers have a corner. Right at the death here. I mean, the substitutes for Wanderers have looked good. Juan Mata's had his influence on the game. Had some moments of quality. Holiday with the outswinger. In front of the RBB. Deep delivery. Vidakovic is up for it. Headed up over the bar. Well, miscommunication between Klamala and Redmayne. Because Redmayne was coming for that, but Klamala heads it behind. Surely this is it. Juan Mata's going to deliver the corner. Holiday's there. Can't control it. Sydney FC win the Sydney derby at CommBank Stadium. That is full time. A dramatic Sydney derby. A first half goal for Joe Lolly. A dream goal for Wanderers winger Aiden Hammond, who scored early in the second half. And then Patrick Klamala with the crucial header there at the end. Wow, what a game. Full time. 2-1 to Sydney FC. We expected a tight game, a dramatic game. I was calling a draw, but we got the win again in the end from Sydney FC, who, I mean, we talked about it pre-game when we saw the lineups. They just had too much quality, right? They just had too much quality in that starting 11. And I think it showed in the end. Like, Wanderers, they just didn't have enough. They didn't have enough cohesion going forward to create those quality opportunities. Redmayne wasn't really tested all that much. A great goal from Hammond. They worked it well for that Wanderers goal. That was the best move of the game, obviously. Wow. No worries, 2 times champ. Thank you very much for tuning in. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in for this live watch along tonight. Appreciate average Target Frog for sending in the kind super chat. Make sure to hit the like button on the way out and join us for our next live watch along. We're doing the Melbourne Derby next Saturday night, this time next Saturday. So make sure to join us for that one. Plenty of content here on the Coast Watch Football YouTube channel for you to enjoy. Make sure to follow us across all the social media sites as well. Cheers, Newey Jets. Valhoon says Mata out. Troy says lots of spam and spoilers in the chat needs to be looked at, Lockie. Otherwise, fantastic stream as always. Appreciate you guys tuning in and joining us for another live watch along. Enjoy the couple A-League games tomorrow as well. We've got Wellington taking on Western and then MacArthur playing Perth Glory tomorrow in the A-League men's. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.